Hey, how's it going everybody? My name is Slomo and welcome to a Super People gameplay commentary. This is a new Battle Royale game that's been catching a lot of people's attention, and I've been into it a lot for the last 2 days, and I wanted to share with you guys who don't know or maybe haven't gotten the chance to play the game yet, so this is for you. Let's jump right into it. Once you load into the game, you'll click play and you'll be presented with 3 game modes: solos, duos, and squads, which is pretty basic. Then above those, you'll notice there's 2 more options: TPP and FPP. TPP is third person, which allows you to hop back and forth between third and first, and FPP is strictly first person. And to be honest with you guys, I think third person is the one to go with. Simply because you have more of a maneuverability, the character just kind of flows around a little bit better, and you have way bigger of an angle on every player. You're able to see over your shoulder, you're able to look behind you, you're able to look around corners. So in my personal opinion, third person is the GOAT here because you can constantly switch between 2 anyway. Okay, so once you get into the game, you'll be put into the pre-waiting room, which is basically a private island for other players to wait for other players to connect for the game to start. Also on the right hand side, you'll notice that there is a change class and change supply options. Basically, change supply allows you to put different materials into 5 slots, which will appear in your supply drop in the game. And change class, which is kind of interesting, you're able to select from different classes that the game offers you. At first, the game automatically picks a class for you. In this case, we have nuclear, but as you guys can see on the bottom here, we have an option to randomize and select, which you need to use gold for, 100 gold and 500 gold. Gold is what you find within the game as well, so each time you play a match, as you're looting, you will find a bunch of gold. That gold will stay with you for after the game that you can use to either change your classes or buy different blueprints to craft them. In this case, I went ahead and switched over to a different class. I clicked randomize, so the game gave me a random character, which is Gatling Soldier, and the Gatling Soldier's skill is a Gatling gun, which he pulls out at level 10 at a press of a button, and you're able to run around with this heavy machine gun and just mold through people. A little bit of an interesting thing that caught my attention in this game was the fact that you're not able to utilize the whole entire map, the whole game. Basically, in the beginning of the game, when you're, still flying in the plane and you're waiting to drop down and picking your location, you already have the circle and the storm is already at the circle, and you basically can't go anywhere behind the storm because you'll just automatically die. So you have to land within the circle every time, and the circle basically changes locations every game. As you land down on your preferred location, you can start looting. Basically, the looting process is the same as in every other Battle Royale game, just kind of run around and pick up things. As I'm looting, you can notice that I'm picking up different things. Basically, not everything is compatible with you, so you shouldn't be picking up every single item you see on the ground. Focus on picking up items which have beams coming out of them. Those are the items that are compatible with your current class. And by pressing tab or I on your keyboard, you can open your inventory and you'll see all the items that you've looted so far. As you guys can see on my screen, I have an upgrade here, and what an upgrade is, or basically a craft, is when you find enough crafting materials which, accumulate to you crafting a certain thing that you need or you have that you can upgrade. Once you've collected enough crafting materials, you will notice that you're able to upgrade and craft certain weapons and items in your inventory. You can do that easily by just right-clicking on whatever weapon or item you want to craft. You can always easily quick craft your weapons by pressing left alt 1 on your keyboard. If you can see on the bottom by my mini-map, there are some things that are available for crafting. The only thing you need to pay attention to is sometimes certain materials are used for different things. So you're able to craft, for example, a regular gun into a green gun, or a green vest into a blue vest, and it uses the same crafting materials, right? So what you want to do is upgrade the vest first and then upgrade the lower level weapon, because you always want to upgrade the highest gear. And just a second ago here, guys, you saw me pick up a green pill off the table. The pills are color coordinated: green, blue, and red. Each pill affects different skill of your character, and the skills differentiate between the classes. So as you're running around and collecting these pills, make sure to pick up all the pills to maximize your character's skills. And once you've maximized a certain bar, for example, you maximize the red bar and you filled out all the red squares, you won't need to pick up any more red pills. Same goes for the other ones. And once you've maximized all 3 columns, your character is pretty much at its strongest. If you pay attention to my character's back, you'll notice that now there is a heavy machine gun attached to it. And the way that happened is my character reached level 10 by, upgrading weapons, finding craft materials, and so on and so forth. Once you reach level 10, you have your ability available. If you can see on the right hand side above my skill tree, you see I'm able to press number 4 and when I press number 4, my character pulls out this heavy MG and I'm able to go to town. Once you kill your enemy, the bag looting is pretty self-explanatory. Just make sure you pick up all the upgrades that he had that are higher than yours. Also pick up his heals, his bandages, and attachments that you need and the crafting materials. But also make sure you don't stand on his bag still like I'm doing right here. Always make sure you kind of strafe left and right while you loot, because you never know if there's a sniper looking at you, he can just shoot you in the head. And as you're looting and picking up a legendary weapon, you just get killed. So you never want that to happen. Make sure to always strafe, because that can save your life. Another thing you will definitely stumble upon in the game are color coordinated power bars, or these candy bars that you pick up. Those are basically boosts for your characters. They boost your character's attributes. For example, the red one boosts the firepower, and other ones boost speed and defense. Each power boost is about 10 to 15% buff, and it lasts for about 90 seconds each. So those are very important for when you're fighting or whatever. As you're running around, make sure to pick up these, candy bars and just eat them as you go, because 90 seconds is kind of a long time, and within those 90 seconds you're probably guaranteed to find more. So each time you eat one, like I said, it boosts your character and you have a better probability of killing the enemy first before they kill you if they're not as buff as you are. Your weapons have different levels, so it goes gray, green, blue, purple, gold. So right now I'm upgrading my purple rare Scar H to a gold heroic Scar H because I found enough materials, and that's pretty much the last version of your gun that you can get, which is the best one. Make sure that as you're playing, pick up all the pills. Like I said before, pills are crucial to your character's skill level, and that will define whether you win a fight or not. If your character is not picking up pills or you're not consuming them, you'll be weak compared to other people, and they will win every gunfight against you. That's guaranteed. You might get really annoyed by opening your inventory every single time to do something like, consume a consumable, craft your item, so on and so forth. As I mentioned earlier in the video, there are shortcuts to these things, so if you see on the bottom left, you'll be able to craft something. Just go ahead and press Alt 1 and it'll craft it for you automatically. You won't have to go into your inventory. Same thing goes for, consumables and medkits and stuff like that. To take those out, you're able to just hold down T and select whatever you want from the wheel, and hold down Y and select something from that wheel as well. So those are the little shortcuts you will need to utilize in the game to be able to maneuver way quicker and not be as stagnant and stand in one area for too long and probably get killed. Another good beginner tip I can give you guys for any battle royale game is to run along the circle. You guys see the storm behind me, or the ice storm, or whatever kind of storm it is in the battle royale game you're playing. In this case, we're playing Super People, so we got an ice storm. Running with a storm could save your life. You won't have to worry about your back too much. You'll just be able to look forward, left and right, and you won't really need to worry about so much what's behind you, because the storm will have that covered for sure. Don't forget to be stealthy. Once again, this is a battle royale game. You want to win. You want to be the last one alive. So utilize your stealth, utilize your silent walks, utilize your silent crouching, utilize all those things in the game that are given to you to be stealthy and to sneak up on people and not even tell them that you're there. It could actually be really rewarding if an enemy is being obnoxious and making a lot of noise while you're being stealthy, because you have an advantage of them. You can hear their footsteps, you can hear their location, but they have no idea where you are. I have legendary mats, all my stuff is maxed out, it's up to you. This is a case where I was being stealthy and my enemy was being super loud, so him breaking that window completely gave out his position. I realized that he actually jumped out outside, so I ended up just making a move on him, and eventually I ended up picking him up because he ran away. He didn't even know where I was. I'm looking for you. So, as I was saying earlier, being stealthy and being aware of your surroundings is crucial in this game if you want to win. But that's just my general opinion. You, of course, can play however you'd like. This game is complete preference and game style and stuff like that. But I hope that my tips and tricks at least helped you a little bit figure out how to start off with this game. I had a little bit of a trouble figuring everything out at first, so I didn't want you guys wasting your time. So here I am explaining to you guys the basics. Hopefully, I'll see you guys in one of these Battle Royale games. And also, I'm going to be live on Twitch streaming this almost daily, so be sure to check me out on twitch.tv/slowmo with a number 5 instead of an S. And once again, thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate your support. And don't forget to leave a comment and a rating.